Hey guys, it's Olivia. So I have been getting a lot of questions recently, not specifically about like how to apply for the college program, but actually how to make it fit in with actually being a college student and university requirements. So it seems like most of you know what the process of applying is. You know, there are 3 different interviews plus an audition. You have read all the information on Disney programs, blogs, and know like what time of year it is, all that stuff. But a lot of you have been asking me questions about, well, what year in school should I do this, and do I get credit for this, or do I just go do it without credit? Like, how does that actually work? So today in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the logistics of actually doing the college program and how it fits in with college. So the first frequently asked question is, what year in school should I do it? Now, in my personal opinion, I think doing it at the beginning of your junior year is the perfect time to fit in with school. And here's why. The first 2 years of college, you probably will have a certain series of classes that you have to do. So obviously it's going to depend on your major, but you might have to take a year of language or a year of chemistry, and then the next year you want to get your OChem series out of the way. Also, with being a third year, you're more motivated going to the program, you're more motivated to actually come back and finish your degree. I feel like a lot of people who go after they've just finished 1 year of college, they tend to stay down in Disney and never finish. They extend and then they go on seasonal, part-time, or full-time, and they say they're going to transfer to UCF and finish up, but it just ends up falling way below the priority list. And I just find that going during your third year, you've done enough school to where it's the perfect time. You need a break, you want to do something different, but by the end of the program, you're like, okay, let's get this done. I'm almost graduated. Let's get this college degree. Also, at my school, there is a senior residence requirement, so it's going to depend on your university and the specific college requirements. But for us, like, you can't even do study abroad during your senior year. So for me, senior year wasn't an option, and yeah, I think junior year is perfect because you need a break anyway, and then you can come back and just knock the rest of school out. Another question is, should I do the fall program or the spring program? I recommend doing the fall program. During the fall program, you get to see Disney World during all of the different holidays. Like the first time I saw Magic Kingdom, I got to see it once, I think, when it was just regular like Main Street themed. And then we had 2 months of Halloween and 2 months of Christmas, which was really cool because I got to experience Halloween parties and Christmas parties. You can go as a guest, you can also work them, try to get those treat shifts or hot chocolate and cookie shifts. There are a lot of cool characters that come out during the holidays. There are different parades and shows. So if you like entertainment a lot, like I do, that was the perfect time for me to go. There's also Food and Wine Festival at Epcot during that time. But for fall, you get to see all the holidays, not to mention the holiday discount. As a cast member during the regular year, you will get, and it might change when you guys are doing it, but when I went, it was 20% off of regular merchandise, and then once the holiday season came, it was 40% off of merchandise. And typically it starts like beginning of October to mid-February. Also with fall, if you are on the quarter system, that is the program you want to do because you will only be missing fall quarter rather than if you did the spring program and missed winter quarter and spring quarter. So if you're on the quarter system, I definitely recommend doing the fall program. So the next topic is, how do I actually leave school for a couple months to do this? So at my school, I had to fill out a form called PELP, which is like planned education leave something, or something education leave plan, something like that. Made it so the school knew that I wasn't going to be here next quarter, but they still held my classes, my GPA, my credits, all of that. At UC Davis, you can only miss 1 quarter your entire career, so there was no option for extending for me or for doing the spring program, or else I would get kicked out of school. So that is what I did, the PELP form. I think my roommate, who was a senior, I think she did something similar, where basically same thing, they held her status and then she was able to come down. I know that some of my other roommates, their schools actually have an internship requirement for their degree, so they were able to fulfill that requirement by going down to Disney. Now, I am personally getting internship credit. I am getting it through the theater department. Because my role was in entertainment and I was a performer, I did find a faculty sponsor to sponsor that for me. And so basically spring quarter last year, before I left for Disney, I got all the paperwork, found a sponsor, got all of that out of the way. Then I took the forms with me to Disney so that my one of the managers like filled out the survey and like signed off on a bunch of stuff. And if I had not gotten entertainment, there would not have been a way for me to get internship credit at my school. But two of my roommates, they were hospitality management majors at their university, and so working at the world's largest theme park, that was totally fine. They totally got that sponsored. As far as taking classes while on the program, two of my roommates did take classes while they were there. They took like a 6-week course at the beginning of the program and a 6-week course at the end of the program. So they were doing school. I have no idea how it worked out financially. I don't know if they were still considered students and getting credit for it. I don't know. I personally did not take classes and I loved the break from it. One of my other roommates, she extended, and same thing, her school would kick her out if she missed another semester. So I believe she is like paying tuition and stuff, and she is just taking all of her classes online because her school is big enough where she can take 3 or 4 classes online. So that is an option to do classes. Disney also does offer some classes. It's going to depend on your school whether they take those as credit or not. I don't think my school would have, but Disney offers both seminars and then actual college courses in, I think, networking, marketing, leadership, different things like that. And I think on that day, you have to get the day off if you do have a class. If you have a class on Tuesdays, you're always going to get Tuesdays off, or at least you're not going to be scheduled during your class time. And to be honest, I never really heard anything about classes, so I don't know if it was like worth it or not worth it. I did not feel left out at all, not taking it. So it's really up to you whether or not you want to take classes or take Disney classes during the program. So in my last video while I was in Florida, I said that I was burnt out, that I don't want to work for Disney again, that, you know, I feel fulfilled and complete. And so a lot of you have been like, oh my gosh, I want to do the program and I want to stay with Disney afterwards, but I don't want to hate the company afterwards. I have to say, being off for a couple weeks, I've been back home for like 6-7 weeks now. I am good with Disney. I wish I'd go back to Disney World just to visit. I don't want to work at Disney World again, but there's a lot of reasons for that. I'm not a Florida person at all, and I don't like being in a different time zone than my family. But I am already planning after I graduate. I'm graduating early, and so I'll have about 8 months in between graduating and when graduate school starts. So I am already planning to audition for Disneyland, so work there in that time. If not, then I want to try to do a professional internship down in SoCal before graduate school. So I'm not done with the company. It didn't make me hate the company, and honestly, it depends on your role. If you have a role where you work only 35 hours a week and you're chilling, like, you're not gonna feel burnt out. But please, just because I felt burnt out and wasn't super enjoying it at the end, don't freak out and be like, oh my gosh, I have to change my life plan now because you want to do the college program and then go straight to working for Disney full-time. A lot of people do that. A lot of people stay on, go seasonal, whatever. I think the Disney college program is a great program. It gives college students experience that they might not otherwise have had. You get experience interacting with guests from all over the world. You get experience working at the #1 entertainment company in the world. You get to see how management works and efficiency and safety, and you get to be on the inside and learn how Disney keeps up their such high standards of guest satisfaction with it being safe and having good courtesy, show efficiency, also how they like make money from it, and then also how I just think you learn about employee relations, and I honestly just think this is a great program. So those are all things to keep in mind if maybe your parents are questioning why you want to do this, or if a graduate school asks you about it, or if you're trying to convince your school counselor that you should do the program. Just let them know, like, graduate schools want to see that you have experience with things. Yes, this might not relate directly to my field, but work experience is always good, and being in such a big company and having that experience that not a lot of people get to have, that is definitely going to be valuable. So I hope this video helped you, and I hope it gave you a better idea about the specific logistics of actually how to make this program happen, not just how to get in, but all the school side of it and life side of it. If there are any other questions or certain video topics you guys would like me to make a video about, I was kind of thinking about making one like how to convince your parents to do the DCP. If you guys are interested in that, or interested in me doing a Q&A video or anything like that, please leave it in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, thanks to everyone who has subscribed. My subscriber count has tripled since I left Florida. I haven't even had time to say thank you for 1,000 subscribers because I now have 1,800 subscribers. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I hope you enjoy my videos. Have an awesome day. Remember to keep your dream out loud, and I'll see you guys next time.